Well, a lot of violent crime, that's been in the news quite a lot of violent crime, knife crime, gun crime, stuff where I don't really know the solutions. There's calls for tougher sentences. I think we need more consistent sentences. For example, the crime attempted murder, it carries a 6 or 7 year jail sentence, whereas murder carries a life sentence. Now, why should that be different? Right? You still tried it. Attempted, you tried to kill somebody. You weren't very good at it. It was by no means your forte, and I don't think you should get a lesser sentence. In my opinion, you should get double the sentence for making an arse of it. Then you get police officers to travel around schools to give talks to kids about knife crime. At the end of the talks, they give the kid a sticker that says, Dennis the Menace, or something like that. Dennis the Menace says no to knives. I don't mean to be cynical here, but if you wore a Dennis the Menace says no to knife sticker at school, there's a good chance you'd get stabbed. I think a start would be to close the shops that sell violent weapons. Now you get these sports shops that sell crossbows to alcoholics, these places. And sports shops that sell 3,000 baseball bats every year but have never sold a baseball. Or the Easterhouse Red Sox, not a game in a while, but we're still selling them equipment. They must have a pretty hectic pre-season schedule booked. I was in one of these places doing a bit of research, and the only security measure if you want to buy something that could be construed as a violent weapon is you need to fill in a form leaving your name and address, so if anything happens you can be easily traced for questioning. Now that's the theory. But what's self-respecting nutcase? Buying a weapon with a view to committing a heinous felony would leave their real name and address. Now, I picture some police investigation team going through the book and say, excuse me, shop owner. Says here you sold a samurai sword to Bert and Ernie. From 24 Sesame Street. And some new guy cop had maybe sent him on a wild goose chase somewhere. Sesame Street not showing up on the sat-nav. Sliding down the window for directions. Going, excuse me mate, sorry, excuse me. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame? That's a fucking wind-up, isn't it? I used to watch a programme called Get Your Own Back. Big show in the 90s. I'll explain the premise of the show to the more mature audience members. It was hosted by a guy called Dave Benson Phillips. Big Dave, as you can see, a fanny magnet. Right, Dave Benson Phillips. In the show, they'd get these kids on who wanted to get their own back on a family member who had done something to annoy them. And it was always like, they'd tell the story about what their family member had done, and then they'd bring on the family member, and everybody would boo. It's normally a guy, and they'd boo, go boo. How could you do that? Boo. And then they'd gunge the guy, cover him in gunge and go, boo, serves you right. That's what you get, gunged, boo. And that was it, revenge. Revenge had been and had, revenge. It was always really, really shite stories. Like, I'm here to get my own back on my daddy. Because we were in the car and he farted. And it was absolutely disgusting. And he wouldn't put down the window. I used to watch this every day. Just one day, hoping for something a bit more hard-hitting. I'm here to get my own back on my Uncle Ronnie. Because he's a pedo. Everybody's going boo. Gunge that pedo. Gunge that beast. When's the last time you turned on the TV and seen a pedo gunging? Everybody had a dodgy uncle or a dodgy teacher. I don't know. We had a maths teacher, a bit dodgy, but a pervert maths teacher. Oh, you'd forget your calculator. He'd make you do the class in your vest and pants. Your favourite subject at school? PE. PE. Same here, man. I was always the fat guy that brought in a note. Please excuse Kevin from volleyball. He's fucked off to the chip van. That's what PE stood for me. Please excuse. My favourite subject was woodwork, as we know. Woodwork. Everybody's woodwork teacher was a functioning alcoholic. We had a woodwork teacher, his name was Mr. Brundle. So we'd come in the mornings and we'd shout, let's get ready to Brundle. And everybody else in the class was ready to Brundle, except this guy. He was fucked. His Brundling days were over. He'd just be sitting at his desk about 25 minutes into the woodwork lesson, just sitting there. Just going. And he'd face the class and just say, right kids, I've had a tough weekend. I've had a tough time this weekend. I was supposed to go to IKEA, but I spent my week's wages in odd bins. So when I use wee pricks, make me a spice rack. When you were 12, that was a lot of stress. Oh, PE, we're in the middle of an obesity epidemic, do you know that? PE, not a lot of young people exercising. Do you exercise? What's your exercise of choice? Football. Do you play for a team? Just five-a-sides? Just the kind of guy you just go. I play five-a-sides, so I'm the kind of guy I just go for the shower. Everybody plays five-a-side with somebody, they don't just stay in goal the whole game, and then as soon as the game finishes, they start whipping people in the arse with a towel.